been playing football my whole life. Like, it's such a great sport because like it's a sport that just brings my family together. And so I want to say I started at the age of 11, and it's just like love at first sight. Like, it's just a sport I've always wanted to play, and just I enjoyed every single day.
Sorry, motioning out of the backfield, pass is thrown towards him, and it's intercepted, and it's going to be a pick six going into the end zone. Is Paul Legale.
So when it came time to look at options for youth sports and OUA schools, what drew you to Laurier?
First, it was my brother was coming here. He decided to come here. So we got a pretty big age gap, so I've never gotten the chance to play football with him. So I was really thinking like that'd be like a real cool experience to be able to play with my older brother. I remember having a phone call with Neil.
Coming to Laurier was somewhat an easy decision, obviously because I was a kid that went to Cameron Heights. I really liked the fact that I could stay home and play. I'm a kid from South Sudan, so football as it is it's not the same. Like, we play the other football. But when I came to Canada back in '88, not knowing a lot of this stuff here, I gravitated towards mainly football and basketball to start with, just because, again, with the language barrier, that was something that you could easily be a part of. This was a locker room that I came into, and I saw guys like Rohan Thompson, and there were guys like Donnie Ruiz that were here, Coach O'Millington, Kevin Johnson. So I saw a lot of guys that reflected what I look like. I think the thing that was different was, again, saying I'm from South Sudan, there was nobody in the locker room that I could look at and be like, you know what, like, that guy understands my journey, that guy understands what I eat at home. I can remember the day when he came at Rim Park. I didn't know too much about him. I didn't even know he was in for a visit. And then we got an opportunity to talk, and I think he can attest to this. I remember there was just we just clicked right away, and like so much so that I think I remember my kids were hanging out with him more during practice than he probably was getting his visit in, right? I remember seeing Paul and just being like, man, that's pretty cool. That's another South Sudanese kid that's going to have an opportunity to get a quality education here and potentially also be he's a stud football player, right?
It was just like I just felt like I could connect with him. I could see myself in that position to get my education here as well. I have my older siblings. They're also born in South Sudan. You know, there's a lot of hardship to come with immigrating from a war-torn country. So just kind of leaning on them and just understanding how they persevered through all their hardships, it kind of gives me a lot of strength to push through whatever I got going on.
I think to me that's one of the coolest part of our relationship and getting to see Paul grow as a student athlete is I'm pretty involved in the community. He came and volunteered at some of the basketball stuff that I was doing at the community center, and honestly, he just stepped in there, and I kind of just, it's a big moment for me, and just brings a smile because it's like seeing him as a human being and seeing him doing those other things and not the football player. I think for me that's something that's special.
Whatever I may be going through, whatever I may need, like he's such a giving person, for that to be to community, to other kids. He's just someone I can really lean on with whatever I need.
Paul and I are not from the same tribe, but we're both South Sudanese by nationality, and the way that we have been connecting, not to be political, but this is the way that it should be. Now, is it easier for us because we're here at an academic institution? Yes, it is, but I think at the core of it, just being drawn to each other as South Sudanese individuals, I think it's bigger than just football. And unfortunately, sometimes our country is so often divided by tribalism and, you know, what faction you're from or what house you're from. That, at least from my perspective, I think Paul and I show that all that stuff is unnecessary. Like, we're all from South Sudan, and for him right now, he's the next generation, and I'm first to say that he's the best South Sudanese athlete, not just on campus, right? It was just pride, like, because again, as a player, I didn't get to accomplish that, and even if I did, I don't know if it would have been the same, because again, I would have been doing it alone, right? So again, now that we did accomplish this, I could look to him, and I know I have a picture, and I'll share it with you. we took a picture and we had the South Sudanese flag. Like, I think for me, that's such a great moment.
Seeing him pull up the flag, that I was like, oh, okay, like it's a really special moment. Like I was really pretty excited to take that photo.
Paul on his journey and also me on my journey, there's always a lot of firsts for us, because again, especially when you're talking about the game of football, although now there's a lot of South Sudanese players that are coming up, but from a Laurier standpoint, there's a lot of firsts that him and I have had to go through. I think this one is more special because although it's a first for him as a player and it's first for me as a coach, and I wouldn't change it. I like the way that this one was written out.